So one of the jobs this week, and probably the main job, is this brand new, well, it's not brand new, but an 8.5 GTI. And we've already done a bit of work on it, and one of those jobs was removing the GTI badges off the wings. And I completely agree with the client about it, because let's be honest, the GTI badge and the GTE badge and the badges that you see on the side, other than possibly the R badge, look absolutely shocking, cheap, and a massive afterthought. And why they've done it, I really don't know, VW, but you need to sort it out because it looks so crap. It's like someone's driven through Halfords. So that's already been removed, or we've machine polished the wings. The rest of the car is in for a very light stage machine polish where we can check over it, have a look for scratches, swirls, just any sort of defects. And then we're going to be putting an angel wax coating on this car, which will be basically a 5-year coating. Now, we are going to be PPFing the roof because this has a pan roof, but the back section is basically black paint, and the problem is it's going to scratch and mark really easy. You're probably not going to see it because it's on the roof, but this client is quite particular, and we've done a hell of a lot of cars for him, and that's a requirement from him, is to make sure that roof doesn't get scratched. So the only real solution is PPF. We also are going to be changing the mirrors. We were actually going to be PPFing these in black, however, they have a little edging on them. Don't really know the best way to describe it, but it basically means that if we can't do them in black PPF, we could do them in black vinyl, and then we could PPF the vinyl, but it's kind of two jobs and it's going to cost more money. So I've been next door to Diversion, and they've supplied us with a brand new set of black mirror caps, which we're going to be changing on this car. And then what we're going to do is PPF the black mirror caps when we do the A and B pillars. And then we basically, I forgot what else there is. I think we're doing the headlights. I'm not sure, I need to check. But the car's in for a full valet. The wheels are going to be coming off now. They're going to be fully cleaned and they're going to be properly ceramic coated. And there is a few other little bits in the diary that we're doing. I truthfully can't remember. But before I jump on that, I do need to recoat the roof on this Aston Martin. This has just come in for one of our maintenance washers. This car was fully PPF'd by us, I want to say 1.5 years ago. It could be a little bit more. It's coming for a maintenance top up, so we're going to recoat the PPF with a ceramic coating. And then we're going to actually clean the roof up and recoat this, and also redo the leather with a ceramic coating inside as well. The wheels were a bit of a pig. They took a bit of cleaning to do. So this is probably about 1 o'clock, I think it is now. And this has only just come in. But we're going to jump on the roof, then the seats. Wen's then going to give the car a really sort of a ceramic top up, because that's something he can do without even trying. And then while he's doing that, I'm going to be jumping on that one. Oh, and the 123D. Had a little bit of extra work done that you'll see on a video that's probably just come out. But that's actually getting picked up tomorrow. That was sold last week. Someone bought that within 4 hours. And that's going tomorrow morning for someone who's going to really enjoy that car, because they were so happy when they actually came and got it. It's nice to let someone who's really passionate about cars actually take that away from us. Right, so we've ceramic coated the car, and we've actually put 3 layers of onyx on this. And onyx is the top kind of ceramic that you can get. We've also done quite a little bit, it's not even a word, is it? But we've done some PPF on this. So I've done the headlights, we've done the mirrors, we've done the B and C pillars, we've done the A pillar, and we've also done the black roof, because this is the pan roof and it has the black pack at the back. Now, I've had a bit of an issue with the mirrors, and I can't figure out why. Now, we've bought these aftermarket, and we've got these from Diversion, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with them whatsoever. But the material they're made out of will not let us PPF them without a glue line. And I don't even think that's a thing that I'd have thought I'd ever say, because it just shouldn't be a thing. But I've done that mirror 6 times, and that mirror 5 times, and it's not even a difficult mirror. I'm doing them in no time at all, and I'm getting a glue line within 10 seconds of putting the film on. And I thought it was a film, because we have done a different brand on this, and it's not, because I've done the B and C pillars, which are black, I've done the pan roof, which is black, and then I've also done the headlights, and there's absolutely no issue with them at all. And it doesn't matter how many times I do these damn mirrors, they are getting a glue line in them. So something on that particular material, plastic, whatever it is, just doesn't like the PPF, and I really can't figure that out. That's going to sound like nonsense, because if you would have said that to me as a PPF installer, I'd have said you're full of shit. But go figure, I really don't know. But anyway, the wheels have now been ceramic coated. I'm just going to grab those quickly. Right, so the wheels have been removed from the car, and they've been ceramic coated, and they've been coated inside and out, and they are literally spotless. and we are going to refit those. And then what we're going to do after that is we're going to actually coat the glass, and then we're going to give the car an interior valet to finish off. There isn't much more to be done on this car. It's coming back at some point for a couple of stone touch-ups. They're minor, and it is a new car, but they are there. And then what we're also going to be doing is possibility of PPF in the whole front end. Now, if you are interested in anything like this being done, even just a ceramic coat, PPF, whatever it might be, just send us a WhatsApp off the website or give one of the guys a call on the phone, and we'll go through the options that you've got. If you're on the website, it does list every service, and it does list every option in detail, so have a look on there, especially with PPF, because it's a bit of a minefield, but it'll show you the areas we cover and how it works, and it gives you the package deals that are available as well. But anyway, let me jump on with these wheels, and then we're going to be moving on to one of the other projects, which is on the other videos that you're going to see about the two budget builds that we've just bought. Now, forgive the non-uniform day. Truthfully, I've done that many hours this week. I'm actually having half a day off, and I'm just going to get myself to the gym. But what we're doing before that is I'm just finalising this Golf, because the client wants to pick this up at 4:30 tonight, and there were just a few things I wanted to check over in regards to the areas that we've done PPF on, and then I wanted to recoat the ceramic on the glass, just to give it that extra kind of durability, because what you find with the newer cars is where they have auto wipers, it does shave the ceramic off. It isn't going to last as long as they generally make out, and you might get a 2-year coating, which truthfully will last forever on the sides and the pan roof, but on the front and the back it won't. So what we've done is we've doubled up that coating this morning, and we're just about to give it a bit of a final finish really, which is fit the new private plates that he sent to us, and then give the interior a clean. But as this car is a repeat customer, and this customer is always particular, it really doesn't need an interior clean, but we're going to do it anyway. So what have we done on the GTI? Well, we've changed the mirrors to black. We got those from Diversion, as we said earlier. Absolutely perfect in the mirrors. Really, really good. Extremely tight fit. Really happy with those. Unfortunately, they won't PPF properly, as I've said on the previous part of this video, and it's blown my head a little bit because it's not really a thing. But we've PPF so much of this car, and I've done those mirrors like 6 or 7 times, and they're not even difficult. They're actually one of the easiest to do, and you do them in 2 pieces, so you're not even stretching. But the PPF doesn't want to bond to them. It's kind of grabbing a little bit, and I'm not really happy with the finish. But we're going to leave them on. We're going to speak to the client. What we might try is to redo them later on in the year when it's a little bit cooler, just if that is a thing. But as I say, we've done the headlights, we've done the A pillars, we've done the B and C pillars, and we've done a few little bits of PPF in other areas, especially the roof, because this is a pan roof and this black gets scratched really easily. So we've done the whole rear section of the roof itself, and we haven't had any issues with the PPF other than on the mirrors. So it's just a bizarre one, is that. But anyway, the car has had a full onyx coating on this one, and again I've tripled it on this one just to make sure it is fully protected. And we only really work with Angel Wax, but we have tried the onyx recently. And not to take anything away from Angel Wax, because it still is my go-to, but the Onyx just had a tiny bit of an edge on their 5-year coating, and the customer requested that we use that, which we have done. But it's insane. The finish is smooth as hell. The wheels have completely been off. They've been coated inside and out. This wheel hasn't been coated, and there's a reason for it. It's got a slight defect in it, and the manufacturers are basically ordering a new wheel for the customer. So we didn't want to coat that wheel. There's no point. He's asked us not to, but we have deep cleaned it for him. We've also restored all the trims. Not that they needed restoring, but you still ceramic coat these areas because you won't be doing the job right if you weren't. We've done the inside of the door shuts and the boot shuts. And where are we with that? Well, I think the next thing is probably going to see this car back, because I do think the client might actually want the front end PPF in at some point, because he is quite particular and we want to get it right. But the reason why we might not have done that at the moment is there is one stone chip on the bonnet. It's going to be really tricky to fill. It's so tiny. I don't think the paint's going to sit without doing wet sanding work. It's not the factor we can just dab it and it'll work. But the problem is the manufacturer or the dealership that sold him the car sent out a black touch-up pen because they didn't bother checking. Apparently they just put it in the car. So we haven't been able to do anything with that, and that's the reason why we haven't really PPF'd the front, because I do think he was swaying on having the PPF done. Now this is a tricky car, to be honest, because not for work. The bumper There's almost no bumper on this car. It's pretty much all plastic trim, and I love the look of these. But the reality is, to someone who is having this front bumper PPF'd, there's quite a cost involved, because you've still got to charge the same money. You're still using the same amount of film, you're just wasting a load of it. So it is a bit of a catch-22. Do you PPF it because there's not a lot of bumper to get hit, and it's going to cost you a fortune in comparison to what you're actually PPFing. But reality is, we all know how good PPF is, and we really should be doing it. So I'm pretty sure in a couple of months this car's going to be back in, and we're going to be PPFing the bonnet and the bumper. I could pretty much put money on that. But anyway, here's the Golf GTI, guys. Have a quick look round. If you do want to ask any questions, you want a quote, our website is really intensive when it comes to showing you the categories and how you can choose to have what areas PPF. So make sure you have a look at that. We've got the most common ceramic packages on there as well, but I understand sometimes it can be a minefield and it can be tricky to understand the differences. So if that is the case, we just ask that you give us a call. We'll guide you through the options. We'll work across the budget that you've got, and we'll only do what you really want from the car. We'll give our opinions, and we'll let you know what we can and can't do, or what we feel is right. But at the end of the day, you're the customer, you get to choose what you want. So here's the car, guys, and we'll speak to you on the next video.